ओम सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ओम ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेद विभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ओम शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। समस्त ब्रह्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रुतिमात्रे नमः। श्री वेदव्यास वैशंपायन आग्निवल्क्य आद्य शंकरादि गुरुभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम परब्रह्मणः गुरु परंपरायाः परमात्मनः श्रुतिमाधव अनुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त अस्मिन् क्षणे एव अहं ब्रह्मास्मि अनुभवप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकसंस्कृतेः विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थं विश्वशान्ति विश्वकल्याणार्थं साधकानां समस्त संपदानां साधनानाम् अवाप्त्यर्थं छान्दोग्य उपनिषदः द्वितीयाध्यायस्य पारायणं तैत्तिरीय उपनिषदः अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। भाष्यसमेत आदौ पारायणम्। Chandogya Upanishad, first chapter, chanting, we did. Let us do the second chapter, chanting. As every day, feel blessed to be in this opportunity of studying the Upanishads, chanting them and all. Bring that goodwill, bring that love, bring that respect. These goodwill, love, respect, any day are good qualities. Whether they are used in the world or whether they are used in spirituality. These are the occasions for us to train in those great good qualities. The speciality in the classes is what? We just listen to the Acharya Parampara and do. Sadhana happens easily. Apart from the class, when we are in our own independent place, there we have to struggle with our mind and intellect and all. Because there they are more free. Here they are bound under whatever the reason to devotion to the Guru Parampara. Therefore, it is easier here to do the sadhana, and sadhana is to do what is said. Let us start. Om Atha Chandogya Upanishad Shanti Mantraha. Om Apyayantu Mamangani Vak Pranaha चक्षुः श्रोत्रम् अथो बलम् इन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदं माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्यां मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणमस्तु अनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरते ये उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तु ओम शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। ओम अथ द्वितीयोऽध्यायः प्रथमः खण्डः। ओम समस्तस्य खलु साम्नः उपासनगं साधु यत् खलु साधु तत् साम इति आचक्षते यत् असाधु तत् असाम इति तदुत तदुदापि आहुः साम्ना एनम् उपागात् इति साधुना एनम् उपागात् इति एव तत् आहुः असाम्ना एनम् उपागात् इति असाधुना एनम् उपागादित् इति एव तत् आहुः अथ उत अपि आहुः सामनो बत इति यत् साधु भवति साधु बत इति एव तत् आहुः असामः नो बत इति यत् असाधु भवति असाधु बत इति एव तत् आहुः स एतत् एवं विद्वान् साधु साम इति उपास्ते अभ्यासः यत् एनगं साधवः धर्मा च गच्छेयुः उपशनमेयुः। अथ द्वितीय खंडः लोकेषु पंचविधगं साम उपासीत पृथिवीहिंकारः अग्निः प्रस्तावः अंतरिक्षमुद्गीतः आदित्यः प्रतिहारः द्यौः निधनम् इति ऊर्ध्वेषु अथ आवृत्तेषु द्यौः हिंकारः आदित्यः प्रस्तावः अंतरिक्षमुद्गीतः अग्निः प्रतिहारः पृथिवी निधनं कल्पन्तेह अस्मै लोकाः ऊर्ध्वाः च आवृत्ताः च य एतद् एवं विद्वान् लोकेषु पंचविधं साम उपास्ते। अथ तृतीयः खण्डः वृष्टौ पंचविधगं साम उपासीत पुरोवातो हिंकारः मेघः जायते स प्रस्तावः वर्षति स उद्गीतः विद्योतते स्तन इति स प्रतिहारः उद्गृह्णाति तन्निधनं वर्षति ह अस्मै वर्षयति ह य एतदेवं विद्वान् वृष्टौ पंचविधगं साम उपास्ते। अथ चतुर्थः खण्डः सर्वासु अप्सु पंचविधगं साम उपासीत मेघो यत् संप्लवते स हिंकारः यद्वर्षति स प्रस्तावः याः प्राच्यः स्यन्दन्ते स उद्गीतः याः प्रतीच्यः स प्रतिहारः समुद्रो निधनम् नः अप्सु प्रैत्या अप्सुमान् भवति यः एतद् एवं विद्वान् सर्वासु अप्सु पंचविधगं साम उपास्ते। अथ पंचमः खण्डः ऋतुषु पंचविधगं साम उपासीत वसन्तो हिंकारः ग्रीष्मः प्रस्तावः वर्षा उद्गीतः शरत् प्रतिहारः हेमन्तः निधनं कल्पन्तेह अस्मै ऋतवः ऋतुमान् भवति य एतद् एवं विद्वान् ऋतुषु पंचविधगं साम उपास्ते। अथ षष्ठः खण्डः पशुषु पंचविधगं साम उपासीत अजाहिंकारः अवयः प्रस्तावः गावः उद्गीतः अश्वाः प्रतिहारः पुरुषो निधनं भवन्ति ह अस्य पशवः पशुमान् भवति य एतद् एवं विद्वान् पशुषु पंचविधगं साम उपास्ते। अथ सप्तमः खण्डः प्राणेषु पंचविधं परो वरीयः साम उपासीत प्राणो हिंकारः वाक् प्रस्तावः चक्षुरुद्गीतः श्रोत्रं प्रतिहारः मनो निधनं परो वरीयागंसि वा एताने परोवरीयोः अस्य भवते परोवरीयसो वः लोकान् जयते य एतद् एवं विद्वान् प्राणेषु पंचविधं परोवरीयः साम उपास्ते इति तु पंचविधस्य। अथ अष्टमः खण्डः अथ सप्तविधस्य वाचि सप्तविधगं साम उपासीत यत्किंच वाचोऽहम् इति स हिंकारो यत्प्रेते स प्रस्तावो यदेते स आदिः यत् उदिति स उद्गीतः यत्प्रतीति स प्रतिहारः यद् उपेति स उपद्रवः यत् नीति तत् निधनं दुग्धे अस्मै वाग्दोहं यो वाचो दोहः अन्नवानन्नादो भवति य एतद् एवं विद्वान् वाचि सप्तविधगं साम उपास्ते। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। ओम अथ श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदांतर्गत तैत्तिरीय आरण्यकांतर्गत तैत्तिरीय उपनिषद ओम यस्मात् जातं जगत् सर्वं यस्मिन्नेव प्रलीयते येनेदं धार्यते चैव तस्मै ज्ञानात्मने नमः। यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं तैत्तिरेयकसारस्य मयाचार्यप्रसादतः विस्पष्टार्थरुचीनां हि व्याख्येयं सम्प्रणीयते। ॐ अथ प्रथमा शिक्षा वल्ली प्रथमोऽनुवाकः शान्तिमन्त्रः। ॐ शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्वक्तारमवतु अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। समस्त ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्री वेदव्यास वैशंपायन याज्ञवल्क्य आद्य शंकरादि गुरुभ्यो नमो नमः। So before we continue our Jnana Karma Samuchaya Vicharana, which is a very important topic, once when we master it, throughout the life it is going to guide us, keep us on the track. That's the importance of this topic. So before we go into it, just for our simple familiarizing or tuning, today's thought is what? See, when we have all these upadhis given, every of the upadhi has to be continuously monitored, maintained, strengthened, purified, and mastered. Many of us, like in case of our vehicles called car or scooter, two wheeler, many a times the outer portion is cleaned. कार को ऊपर साफ करते हैं, vehicle को भी. Then the inner intricate parts are very rarely we are concerned about. And that inner part कुछ ना कुछ थोड़ा थोड़ा गड़बड़ होते होते suddenly it makes the two wheeler car get broken, or in a wrong place it happens in that way that we end up in a big problem. Like you are passing from one city to other city, suddenly there is en route a jungle, और वहाँ देखो अंदर का गाड़ी का इंजन खराब. Now you are afraid there, you can't come out, the animals are there. Inside it is suffocating. Just a simple example. But an intelligent person, though difficult, at least for some time, monitors or examines all the intricate parts also. Then ensures that everything is good so that the journey is never obstructed. In the same way, in our life also, most of us are concerned about body, external part, vehicle. That also is important. But even our concern for the Deha is only to use it for bhoga and spoiling and destroying it only. Even there also we are utter failures, even at the age of so many years lived, as to how to manage our body for its health and strength and immunity, we don't understand. That way we are very ignorant in general. But by the way, we are saying. Point here is what today's thought. Body of its care, of its health, energy, all of them have to be minded. It's a different subject. उसी एक चीज से सब कुछ नहीं होता. Same way, by right food pranayama, the pranamaya kosha also has to be managed, not once in a while, every day. Otherwise, in that prana kosha also some problem, and we have not attended, it goes on aggravating. One day it leads to a severe problem which we may not be able to repair it. Repair नहीं कर सकते. So everyday monitoring. So to the mana, it is totally independent, different upadhi. It is in integration with all. All other four are managed. Mind is managed. Then that mind, without that we can't live life, and it is not managed. Therefore, that also becomes cause both of samsara dukkha and obstruction for sadhana. Therefore, Just like minding the body, minding the prana is an everyday inevitable thing, whether you are a spiritual person or worldly. So too, minding the mind is, in fact, it is more continuous, constant process. In fact, when we become continuously, constantly aware of the mind and its movements, then we are called spiritual. Never ever we can take it for granted and leave it. What emotions gurgling, what thoughts coming, what guna is occupying my mind now, tamasa, rajasa, sattva. All we have to always watchful about mind. That is a price we have to pay, and having known where it is standing now, trying our best to bring it to better emotion, better mood is again the sadhana. Has to be done. एक दिन भी नहीं छोड़ने का. All are independent and all are mutually connected also. While we are managing, even one if we neglect, that becomes cause of our what do you say derailment in either sadhana or even the worldly comforts. They all go away. Worldly smooth movement of the life won't happen. That's why mind is disturbed. That day you can't do your duty. You can't be well with your family members. You can never go and cherish, enjoy any club program, party, movie. देखा बाकी ठीक है देह ठीक है एनर्जी ठीक है बट मन चंगा नहीं है तो फिर ठीक नहीं होता therefore we are intelligent sometimes to manage well and still suffer because other things we have not managed. Every one of them need to be attended and managed. So to buddhi. Hmm. Is it open or not? Buddhi has to do two things. One, already existing knowledge, it should use it to decide the things in the world and communicate it to the body, senses, and mind. Buddhi's job is that. That way, Buddhi should command the mana indriya deha with already existing knowledge. Second thing is newer and newer knowledges, the Buddhi should go on gathering. Like the money gathered now and saved is useful for tomorrow. Friends gathered is useful for tomorrow. Jnanam gathered today is useful for tomorrow. So therefore, updating the knowledge, using the knowledge is the usage of the intellect, managing of intellect. We can't leave it that also. We can't live all the time in vagueness or ignorance saying मुझे नहीं पता. यस बहुत सारे चीज़ें नहीं पता है और सब कुछ जान नहीं सकते. We can't be सर्वज्ञ. But we can't be 100% Buddha also. Should not be also. There is Buddhi, it has capacity. Use that, keep on adding knowledge. It can be spiritual knowledge, it can be Vyavaharika knowledge, it can be managing the worldly people, world and people knowledge. कुछ भी हो हर दिन बुद्धि के द्वारा हमारा ज्ञान बढ़ना है. That also is a job. Then the fifth one called as the ego. We have to manage about that ego also. Is it going into lower confidence level or inferiority complex level? Or is it becoming overconfident and superiority complex? Both are wrong. Is it discovering the point of surrender called as God and Guru and regularly approaching them with faith? That's regularly the job to be done. And how the Lord responds and all is not a easy fact to recognize. But Lord will respond by blessing us with whatever we ask for. Knowing this in the mind, how much me the ego is in tune with the total Paramatma through prayer. And it is inevitable to accept that the Paramatma only is expressing through the Shastra. It is his teaching only, his guidance. Therefore, this ego, is it following the Shastrokta Vidhividanam or is it following what Dehendra Manabuddhi are saying? Continuously we have to be watchful. There's no way then having the faith in them. No faith in God, no faith in In scriptures, also people live. That's how the majority chunk are there. We also have freedom. But then, with that, the life will be only at the superficial worldly level of grossness. These aspects of spirituality and Shastra make us think beyond what is seen. The other things don't allow us to think beyond what is seen. Whatever is seen alone is taken as real. That's why they say, Dikhao Bhagwan Tabhi hum manenge. Is it not? So they limit like that their thinking. तुमको मानने के लिए भगवान दिखने के लिए जरूरत नहीं है, रहने की जरूरत नहीं हो. So this Bhagavan which we talk about is a truth, it's a reality. The all pervading that Satchit Swarupa, which are not perceivable by the faculty senses, is it not? It is only Shruti Gamyam they are. Again Dhyana Gamyam. Only by faithful listening to Shastra from Guru that these Paramatma and his existence and his nature, all of them can be comprehended. And it needs a special mana buddhi. Those who don't have, they don't approach it and they become nastika, they talk against all shastras, etc. See the other day, Surya Grahanam. Almost in so many states, there is a particular group of people, ग्रहण के समय नहीं खाना कहते हैं, हम खा के दिखाएंगे. So they all eat. By eating what they have, the most developed is little more nastikata. That's it. They can continue. Lord will not just come to fight with these egos to prove that what I said through Jyotish Shastra is correct, you must believe. Lord is not in any compulsion. His existence is not disturbed when the entire universe of jivas also become nastic. Through challenging, through anger, through this type of things, we cannot catch Bhagavan. The Shastras. So you follow, you get its own sublime benefits. Then here what we disobey, we start taking it as a granted and we disobey anywhere. Then slowly one place it will give you the banks. Then you can't tolerate it. After all, that faith also is a beautiful thing. If like that Nastika's question, we also question everything then. Then if the questioning alone goes on, you can never be alive in life. Prove me that in the food given there is no poison. Then it's a doubt. Then खा के ही देखना पड़ेगा, अब पहले prove करो. Everywhere, there will be very painful things. Prove me that you have earned this money honestly. हेतुवादियों को हम पूछ सकते हैं. So there are so many things which are very embarrassing. We can ask them. But faith. They have faith in their parents. They have faith in their wife, husband, children. तभी चिंता कर रहे हैं. But everything question करो. You can't live even one moment. If you want that way, proves. Everything is believed only on the strength of faith. Anyway, so this ego also always should be observed how much it is balancing. It's Vyavaharika life, Adhyatmika Jivana. At one period of life, Vyavahara is more important. As we grow in life, both of them gather equal importance. As we grow in age and seniority, Vyavaharika needs and responsibilities, even desires get fulfilled, satiated. Therefore, we should become more spiritual. Is my ego bending towards spirituality, or still that samparaya I am not liking? Like a bala, it's not pratibhati to me. I am still in the worldliness. न सांपराय प्रतिभाति बालम प्रमाद्यंतम वित्त मोहेन मूढ़म. अर्थ काम में ही मोहित व्यक्ति अभी बच्चा ही है, वो बड़ा नहीं बना. तो उम्र का हिसाब से हमको वो भी देखना है. As we grow in life, spirituality should take possession of ours more and more. Is it happening in me or not? That also you have to see. So each of them every day have to be monitored, managed, mastered, and as per spiritual sadhana, they have to be tried to be transcended through Sakshi Bhava, No, no, through all that. I am Chaitanyam illuminating all. I am not touched by them. These are the abhyasas every day we have to do. Second thing is what today only we discuss is key while we are trying to do this consciously. Every day we have different sets of prarabdha coming and troubling us. That many of the karmas we have done in the past. The past can be yesterday. Yesterday overeating is purushartha. It leads to heaviness of sleep, etc. is today's prarabdha. एक मिनट पहले का पुरुषार्थ भी एक मिनट के बाद प्रारब्ध दे सकता है. Is it not? You eat a cold ice cream. It's a purushartha. Within 2 minutes you will catch cold. हो गया प्रारब्ध. Everything need not wait for lives. कभी तुरंत भी मिल जाता. Is it not? You scolded somebody, purushartha. He gave a slap. तुरंत प्रारब्ध मिल गया. So be aware of that also. Ki we are victims of prarabdha and it continues till the sanchita is over, as well as we are not adding new agami. While doing so, we have to transcend all those set up our system at which level the karma is done or happening, leading to more and more karma vasanas or prarabdhas or samskar. We have to keep in mind this thing. How much we execute, all that depends on our maturity, importance given, and all. But know that new prarabdha should not be added, and we are victims every day of the prarabdha, and the purushartha is done in many lives earlier, in this life also. Sometimes it happens, 30 साल पहले वाला कोई crime बाहर आता है. Now he is investigated and is put in the jail. So उस दिन का पुरुषार्थ आज प्रारब्ध में आया. It is a very funny thing. Just like you made an investment of 40, 30 years back, after 30 years it is giving you dividends. In the same way वो होता है. कोई ठिकाना नहीं. Point one. This is point. Second is what? Understanding and accepting that these two are inevitable. One, everyday managing of these upadhis. Second is going through prarabdha. Understanding inevitable, start doing them calm and quiet in relaxed manner. Reducing the excitements, increasing the sincerity. Not to become very serious. Seriousness is becoming tensed up. Sincerity is knowing what to do and doing it. While doing so, depending on your capacity, do it but be relaxed. No need to be worried, tensed about. Settle ho jana hai dimag hamara usme. So like in this life, these are the things to be done. Among that, this much I can do. Understood? Keep doing. Every day like that. Let us avoid the restlessnesses, anxieties about everything. Earlier we were anxious about worldly results. Now we are anxious about the spiritual results and spiritual sadhanas. Not having anxiety doesn't mean again we are lethargic, careless, giving up our committed sadhanas. No, again that is not allowed. That the anyway we have to do. Like we have to do classes. Now we are committed for it. The relaxed way we do doesn't mean that we stop breaking classes or continuity or living it. Then again we go back to the same old ruts of not studying Shastra every day, then getting lost in tamas and rajas of worldliness. Therefore, that's not the meaning of when it is said that don't be tensed up. We know our job, we are sincerely doing it, but we know also the limitations and the distance we have to travel in this sadhana. Like a very mature driver, he is not excited because the distance is some 1,000 kilometers, nor perturbed also. He just knows how much distance, how is the road, what is the heavy speed of the car, type of the car, then how much speed to be maintained and how to when to reach. आराम से चलते चलते पहुंच जाता है. Learn the art of enjoying doing the sadhana without too much of tension or excitement. Again, not giving chance to laziness, to compromise with the doing sadhanas. वो जो कर रहे हैं हम साधना वो भी बहुत थोड़ा है वो, और वो भी हम कॉम्प्रोमाइज करके छोड़ते जाते हैं, तो वी विल नॉट बी एबल टू प्रोसीड फर्दर. At the same time, excitement and all won't fetch anything. Like Lord Krishna, he did everything smilingly, joyfully, without excitement and without forgetting also. He was not lazy and he did not escape any of his duties. He did every one of them, but he was not tensed. Whether playing with the Gwalabala and the calves in the Gokula or Vrindavanam in his childhood, or whether he is fighting with big Rakshasas of Jarasandha, Paundraka Vasudeva, all of them in our life also. Stabilize in sadhana, pakka, then enjoy that ride also. In that, these two things, prarabdha, it will haunt you. We don't know how much is there. Be ready to receive any eventuality. So too, every day each of the equipments have to be taken. They have to be managed, mastered, integrated, used for the goal. What it means, how to accomplish, when you think it, start doing it, it clicks from within only. Having said so, now we are into this Jnana Karma Samuchaya Vada Khandana for moksha. Purvapakshi is accepting. Moksha is Atmanubhuti, Paramatmanubhuti. But he wants that to be achieved through the karma. Siddhanti says karma and its purposes are different. Moksha cannot come with karma. Moksha comes only through Vidya. That is what his point. Therefore, through Vidya to get the moksha, one day we have to transcend, give up all the karma, because the karma is opposite to Vidya, not opposite to Avidya. Because from Avidya only the Kamana comes. From the Kamana only the karma comes. So the karma is grandchild of Avidya. They are very close friends. Therefore, inimical to Vidya. This is what in this 1, 2, 3, third or fourth sloka of in Atmabodha VC. Hmm. अविरोधितया कर्म न विद्या विनिहन्यते विद्या न विद्या विनिवर्तते विद्या विद्यां निहन्त्येव तेजस्तिमिरसङ्गवतु. Great example there. अविरोधितया कर्म न अविद्यां विनिवर्तते विनिहन्यते विद्या अविद्यां निहन्ति एव. Only the vidya removes avidya, not the karma. When the vidya removes avidya, then moksha comes. Example is so sweet. Tejaha timira sanghavat. Like not the thick darkness is there. Timira sangha. Now what karma you have to do to remove that timira or the darkness? Can you do the jhadu? Can you do the pocha? Can you wipe it off? बकेट में से लेकर अंधकार को कमरे से बाहर फेंक रहे हैं. What karma you do that the darkness goes away? Nothing. Just tejaha, the light. If you light it, allow the windows open, immediately that darkness gone away. In the same way, the self already is there. It is not known because that's called avidya. Through vidya, that ignorance goes and self is revealed. What and where is the need of any karma in this? That's what Siddhanta is discussion. Okay. And we discussed one day, remember? Anything lost because of ignorance is never lost. Anything gained through the knowledge is never gained. Then what happened? It just did not been aware of it, we became aware of it. So we have exhaustively discussed yesterday at length Again, I will not repeat all of that. Yesterday's talk is worthy of listening 3 or 4, 5 times. What we said in a nutshell is what? Even as human being, doing the karmas, we can achieve up to even Brahmaloka, become even Brahma Deva through yajna and upasana karmas. But none of them give moksha, even that one. Moksha is of the Sarvavyapaka Paramatma Atma Anubhuti. The two things are what? That Paramatma is always there eternally. And that eternal Paramatma is already, always, I am me only. I am that already. बी अटेंटिव उसके लिए करना नहीं जानना चाहिए करना इज कर्म जानना इज विद्या सो विद्या कृत एव मोक्ष नॉट कर्म कृत इवन विद्या कृत भी नहीं कह सकते हैं फिर अगेन कृत कहो तो वर्ड कर्म आ जाता है सो थ्रू विद्या ऑलरेडी एग्जिस्टिंग सेल्फ इज रिवील्ड बिलीव इन दिस परमात्मा तत्व इज ऑलवेज देयर एज सबस्ट्रेटम ऑफ entire universe of multiplicity. Being one with him is the moksha. And that possibility is there. That's what all Shastras say. Every Mahatma has achieved it. But is it done through the Vidya, which is gained through Vichara and Dhyana Nididhyasanam, or through Karma? That is the question. What vehemently, firmly, strongly the Siddhanta is saying, which we have to slowly listen and understand, is through karma it is not possible. Only through vidya. Therefore, insist on karma, on giving up the karma. Give up the insistence on the karma. With karma, there spectacular results come. There's no doubt. As I told you, everything, anything can be so many things, but not moksha. So only through vidya, amrutam ashnute. Only through Brahma Vidya, Atma Vidya, there is nothing to be done as a karta through the karmendriyas, the karma. Then what is the role of karma? Only to upatta duritakshed. That's what we saw in earlier mantras also, which is also equally essential. Without that, entry into Vidya is not possible. And it is not a sentimental compulsion. Please attend to me. When the Antakarana is not Shuddha, Paramatma is not revealed, is not a sentiment. It is a fact, it is a way. Because Ashuddha Antakarana means the Antakarana filled with the Vasanas, Raga, Dvesha, will make me the Jiva. Bahirmukha only, forcefully. And I have to be Antarmukha to know the self, no? That is the Vasana which pushes out Antakarana Ashuddhi. They were not sentimental, it is technical, it is scientific. Remove them. Like when the vessel is with some dirt and in that you put the milk and boil, the milk gets spoiled. What is sentiment there? What is emotion there? It's a fact. दूध का पतीला साफ सुथरा होना है अब साफ करो फिर दूध गर्म करो फटेगा नहीं What is emotion there? Nothing. So too, Shuddhanta Karna alone is the one after which we can be introverted to deeply contemplate and know the self. It's not an emotion or sentiment. Like ऐसे रखो पतीला फट जाएगा दूध उससे पनीर बना के खाओ मना किसने किया So too with your Ashuddhanta Karna become extroverted, be karmi and get the karma phala. हमने थोड़ी कहा आपको. But don't expect moksha from that. Don't expect permanent ananda, permanent liberation from all the limitations. You are unlimited by all means. That is the meaning of moksha. You don't expect it with karma. Okay? So this we were discussing. And they are all the ones to sharpen our intellect. They help us how to think, contemplate. And don't come to immediate judgment or conclusion of anything. ये थोड़ा गंभीर है ये हमको समझ में नहीं आ रहा है इसके में जरूरत नहीं है नो नो इफ जरूरत नहीं होता So Shruti Mata would have not told, and Nayota Bhagwan would have not given us in Bhashyam. In fact, whatever Shruti says in Shastra, every place it is perfectly required for the human being. So to Bhashyakara never writes anything out of reference and context. Let us have faith in the great masters, the भाष्यकार से लेकर ऊपर के सारे गुरुओं तक. Also equally faith respect in the Shruti also. Then only we can quieten our mind, intellects, runnings, doubts, etc. Pursue this Shastra and Sadhana and reach the goal. So, yesterday we have seen, we have come up to this one. He said, first one was removed. He only through pure karma moksha will come is denied by saying, moksha is nitya, karma is anitya, therefore karma phala also anitya. That was rejected. Then, though karma anitya, karma can give nitya phala if some vidya is added. Shall we try that option? For that, he gave the example of the mrityu giving poison. Do use it prayog karo uska with the mantra shakti, then it will do the opposite work of killing than making alive. So too the fever disease causing curds, add with the chini, then it becomes energy giving delicious dish in the same way. For that also answer is what? Moksha nitya hai, karma anitya hai, anitya karma cannot give nitya moksha. Arabhyasya anityatvad iti uktaha doshaha. Already we explained to you. Anything which begins in time cannot be permanent. We talk about moksha being permanent. We are not talking about temporary moksha. Vedanta talks about the permanent moksha, having gained which, again, no coming back. If coming back is there, it is not worthy. Like in the world also, every day from every bandhanam, we are getting moksha by temporary results, temporary actions. I told you 100 examples. The bandhan of the hunger by eating the food, moksha. But 4 घंटे का फिर से बंधनम. Bandhan of tiredness, we get liberated from it by having good sleep of 8-10 hours. But again, next day you work hard again, evening the bandhana. Everything, the love from people, yeah, they give. But they can't give all the time, they are busy in their own works. Again, you miss it. Then you seek from that person. If you don't get, then you go somewhere else. बंधनम तो चल ही रहा है. In that way, everywhere. Permanency nahi hai. That was the answer. Okay. Be contemplative and catch it. After the clarity comes to us through many time discussion, then only in knowing myself and establishing in myself that I am liberated from my jiva dehadi bhava, not through any karma, that conviction comes to us. Such person only becomes true vairagi from every karma. And he is a vairagi from every karma, yet the nitya karma of dharma he does it. So too the antakarna shuddhivala, the sadhana karma he will do. Be attentive. The jadoo of this topic is what? Even though with karma the moksha will not come, yet karmas are not contradictory to the moksha, and some of the karma through antakarna shuddhi help for moksha. Only objection of it is what? Totally denying vidya and thinking that through the karma the moksha comes. That is not correct. Hmm. And one day when antakarna shuddhi happens and your manana nididhyasana karma also reaches to parakashta sthiti, the time even that manana nididhyasana also you have to drop. Drop means on that state of meditation, then the revelation happens. The existing self gets revealed. Clear? So now he raises the next point. What is what? Ki vachanat. In the Upanishads it is said ki moksha can begin and endlessly can continue. The point of the hymn is what? Anything begins, ends. This is what Siddhanta's point. What he says is Arabhyasya Anityatvat. Anything begins will have to end in time. He quotes some of the Shastras where the moksha has a beginning, he said, and once you gain that, it will not end. That point he says. He quotes a quotation. What is that? Ki nasa punaravartate or nacha punaravartate. This is the Chandogya Upanishad which we are chanting nowadays. In that it is said. So vachanat purvapakshi. अरे उपनिषद वचन इज देयर कि यू कैन साधना करके मोक्ष को शुरू करते हो, वो मिलेगा तो अनंत रहेगा। पहले नहीं था, अब शुरू कर रहे हैं, मिलेगा, परमानेंट रहेगा। दैट वाज हिज पॉइंट। विद सिद्धांत का पॉइंट क्या है? इट वाज ऑलरेडी देयर, इट हैज नो बिगिनिंग आल्सो। And his point to defy the karma was what? Karma begins in time, therefore ends also. So to the phala begins and ends. What he says? Through some karma and jnana mixture, you can start and gain the moksha and it can be permanent. सिद्धांति के दोनों बात क्या थे? Moksha is permanent and it is never has a beginning. What he says? Through karma, because he is not bound. Everybody is bound now. He is in bandhana only. He is very genuine, Purva Pakshi. He wants moksha. But his moksha definition is what? अब मैं बंधन में हूँ, सो मुझे कुछ करना है, तब जाकर मैं मोक्ष। विद्या सिद्धांत क्या कहते हैं? यू आर इन द इल्यूजन एंड नोशन दैट यू आर इन बंधनम, यू आर दैट सेल्फ विच इज इटर्नली लिबरेटेड। जस्ट बी आइडेंटिफाइड विद दैट। दिस कॉल्ड विद्या। हियर इट इज कर्म। The fallacy is what in karma? As long as we are involved in karma, the karta is there. The karta himself is the abstraction for the moksha. Is it not? The karta is strengthened in karma. That karta is the bandhanam. Moksha is from what? From the kartrutva bhoktrutva only. He is the one suffering. So that's a very trickish thing in Vedanta. Ki something I do, then something I get, then I get liberation. This is what we think. But this I itself is the bondage. Dropping that is liberation. By knowing that this I is not real, the real I is Sachidanand. Very subtle होते हैं point. दिमाग में नहीं चढ़ते unless we are too introverted, pure hearted and pray to Guru and God and invoke their grace, it won't happen. ये सब उपाधि के शुद्धि के लिए। परमात्मा ऑलरेडी है। परमात्मा को कोई न बनाता है, न लाता है, न देता है, वो ऑलरेडी है। दैट विल कम स्लोली। वचनात्, अरे वचन है भाई। आरभ्य भी नित्य एव इति चेत, देयर इज वचन ऑफ द चांदोग्य कि मोक्ष कैन बिगिन एंड इट कैन कंटिन्यू टू बी इटर्नल। व्हाट वाज सिद्धांत's point? Anything begins is not eternal, it ends. But vachana is said Nasa punaravartate. So do these sadhanas, reach to that place, you won't come back. Now Siddhanti's point is very subtle here, very careful, very powerful. It is, if it clicks to you and me, that means we are little tuned to the Shruti Mata. Our abilities are increasing. Our grace of Guru and God on us is going on nicely. What he says, listen carefully, Jnapakatvat Vachanasya. That Vachana of Chandogya is not telling something to be done to get. It is only doing the Jnapanam of what is already there. Explanation is like this. What it is ki, the Vachanam Nama, the Vachanam in that Upanishad was Yatha Bhutasya Arthasya Jnapakam. That which is already there, that is what is told or revealed by the Shruti in that Vachana which you quoted. Point 1. Point 2 is what? Ki na avidyamanasya kartru. That Vachana is not telling you to do something to get something which is not there. जो नहीं है उसको करके पाने का वचन नहीं है वो. Vachan means words or talk. Already which is there, that is being only revealed. Why don't you study that reference and context properly? What is point of the पूर्व पक्षी? श्रुति का वचन है कि ये कर्म, ये करो शुरू तो परमात्मा मिलेंगे, then he is eternal. He is not saying like that in that context. If you read, he vastu which is already there, uska jnapanam, the recognition, revelation is going on, not the creation of something which is not existing. So vachanam nama, vachana nama means vachan ka arth kya tha wahan yathabhutasya arthasya jnapakam and na avidyamanasya kartru. It's not, that sentence is not for creating the thing which is not there, it is only revealing the thing which is already there. Now, to avoid such type of questions from Purvapakshi, once for all, a very powerful statement of fact or the truth Bhagavan Adi Shankara is putting. Very, very essential it is. देखो ये सारे विषय शास्त्र बहुत अध्ययन करना है, जिनको इच्छा होता है ना, दे विल एंजॉय इट. इन होटल यू विल एंजॉय ओनली व्हेन यू आर गुड ईटर. बुद्धू की तरह गए तो लाभ सबके साथ सब ऑर्डर करके एंजॉय कर रहे हैं, आप गए ना दही चावल मंगा के खा रहे हो. यू नॉट इंटरेस्टेड ओनली इन दैट, इज इट नॉट? Movie they have taken you, you're not interested, you look in only your cell phone. In the same way, those who are not interested in the deep Vedanta understanding, उनको ये सब not necessarily लगते हैं. But those who are liking it, then they will get such a deep revelations and understandings through these type of studies and inquiries. Now see the powerful sentence. What he says, कि न ही वचन शतेन अपि नित्यम आरभ्यते. That which is eternally there, even before from the time, that can never have a beginning, even hundreds and thousands of sentences spoken, even in the Shruti. Shruti never speaks them like that. You only have misquoted it, misinterpreted. But the point is, hundreds of sentences also cannot make a beginning of a eternal thing, because it is eternal. How do you make a beginning of it? Just by words, that too. One point is this. Second is what? Second is called Arabdham va avinashi bhavet. Again, by hundreds and hundreds of sentences also, that which begins in time can never be made eternal. So the eternal can never begin, that which begins can never become eternal, because of hundreds of sentences anywhere said. बढ़िया है कि नहीं बात? That which is eternal never need a beginning. It beginning नहीं है का अर्थ क्या हुआ? कर्म की जरूरत नहीं है. So to anything begins, it ends. And when it ends, it's not a moksha, because we need the moksha which is nitya. So nahi vachana shatena api nitya arabhyate. So to arabhya se avinashitvam. And then aradhamba avinashi bhavet. Etena. Now because of, again, this reason of your proposal of karma with vidya gives anitya phala, and we want nitya phala moksha. Therefore, this samuchaya of little of jnanam, more of karma, won't help you. Etena vidya karmanoho samhatayoho moksha arambhakatvam pratyuktam. Refuted or rejected. Think about it coolly. Then the Purvapakshi talks about something. Yeah, we'll talk in another way. What he says, कि विद्या कर्मणि मोक्ष प्रतिबंध हेतु निवर्तके इति चेतु. So, see, vidya and karma combination में they remove the pratibandhana of the moksha called as avidya, ajnanam, which is very generally said in Vedanta also. In this way, the samuchaya of karma and vidya can lead to moksha, no? By removing the obstruction of the moksha called avidya. So the subtle play, like a wife and husband, they fight with each other, dominate She tries to defeat him in a loving manner. He also tries to defeat her. It's a good entertainment for भगवान ऊपर से. जब वो हद से पार होता है, then they become लड़ाई. So here also, somehow or the other, at least little of the karma I have to make as a cause for moksha. This is what is the Purupakshi who is lost in karma and karma kanda, and so many karmas he has done, he got the phala of it, he enjoyed it. Therefore, he has such a faith that through karma moksha can gain. Therefore, thoda to karma hona hi chahiye, like that. Like in our house, चाय पियेंगे हम बिना चीनी का, बट आदत से मजबूर, थोड़ा तो डाल ही लेंगे करके डाल ही लेते हैं हम. Some of the things are very strong that we know it is not right, we कर ही लेते हैं हम उसको. Vichitra. This karma kand is in this way insistent. Equally intelligently insisting is our सिद्धांति कि यार तेरे कर्म को अपन इतना भी आने नहीं देंगे, पर मोक्ष ओनली विद्या. And the Siddhanta is very kind because any little karma you do, you become karta and bhokta. That is the bandhanam. The self akarta bhokta that you have to reach. So he doesn't want even a trace of obstruction also for moksha. And obstruction is karta bhokta karma. That's why he is also insistingly proving logically and with the help of Shastra. And all this is Siddhantam. This each one of you have to work out. First in our own conviction through contemplation. Then really when you pursue the Vidya, you get the Atmanamurti, then you can feel that liberation experience. Other thing every one of us know, we are doing karma, it is giving phala, none of the karma phala is permanent, nor it is giving moksha. Moksha, bandhana means struggling for becoming happy, struggling to come out of the limitations. All that is bandhana. All is achieved. The bandhana moksha achieved only through vidya. That's what Siddhanti says. So both vidya and karma together, by removing the obstacles of the vidya, they are becoming moksha hetu. So he is almost coming near to the Siddhanti's point, but not leaving his own karma vishaya. Now Siddhanta gives a slap. Very interesting slap here. He says, my dear friend, तुम्हारा कर्म हमारे ये विद्या में प्रॉब्लम डालेगा वो. विद्या को अपना काम करने नहीं देगा जो मोक्ष दिलाना है. How he explains it intelligently, listen carefully. He says, question is understood, vidya karmani moksha pratibandha hetu nivartake अतः मोक्ष कारणे इति चेत समुच्चय. विद्या और कर्म दोनों मिलकर वो प्रतिबंध जो है मोक्ष का, जिसको अविद्या अज्ञान कहते हैं, उसको रिमूव करेगा, ऐसा कहे तो थोड़ा सा कर्म को मिलाकर. नाउ द सिद्धांत शेष कर्मण फलांतर दर्शनात्. अरे फ्रेंड, द फला ऑफ द कर्म इज डिफरेंट. व्हाई डोंट यू थिंक? And that phala of the karma is not required or valid or workable or applicable for the moksha. तो ये कर्म का ये फल होएगा और ये फल की इधर जरूरत नहीं है, तो फिर कर्म की क्या जरूरत है? संभावना भी नहीं है. नो, व्हाट आर द फोर थिंग्स ए कर्मा कैन अचीव, which these four are not required for moksha? Very interesting it is. Very subtle also. And I am telling you, it's a big struggle for years to study these topics. After which, again, Ishwara Guru Kripa, it starts clicking to us. यही है माया का जाल, यही है अविद्या का शक्ति. दोनों, you know it is wrong, still you can't give up. That is called as one aspect of Maya. Second, we are listening the words, but we are not able to comprehend the meaning behind the words, the truth behind the words. That is called as powerful Maya. That is why Ishwari Ananta Shakti, when we invoke through Upasana, that Shakti comes to us and we will be understanding. Then and there only what is said. उसी में है जो बात बताना था, गुरु ने बता दिया, हमको पकड़ में नहीं आ रहा है, आ जाए. He says, you see, first point is what? Karmana phalantara darshanat. Karma says a different phala. What are the what? Utpatti, samskara, vikara, aptayaha hi phalam karmana drishyate. Any karma you do, that karma is doing one of these four phalas, results. Karma ka phal. That which is not there, that is created, utpatti. Then samskaraha means what? Beautification of it. Then vikaraha, improvement on it by adding something to it. Karma does that. Finally, apyaha, you get it if it is not with you by going there. Or you yourself go if it cannot come here. So, utpatti, samskara, vikara and apti. These are the results of karma. जो नहीं है उसको क्रिएट करना उत्पत्ति कहते हैं. लाइक ए गुड फूड डिश, लेट्स से सब्जी नहीं है वो, सो यू डिड ए कर्मा ऑफ कुकिंग एंड मेड ए उत्पत्ति ऑफ इट. यू हैव पुट इट ऑन द टेबल. हो गया. देन व्हेन यू लुक्ड फ्रॉम सरफेस, देखने में अच्छा नहीं लगा, सो फॉर डूइंग ए संस्कारा यू जस्ट गार्निश्ड इट. दैट्स आल्सो कर्म. हो गया. देन व्हेन यू टेस्टेड इट, उसमें सॉल्ट या कोई मसाला कम था, then you added that salt or whatever, that's called as vikara. Vikaroti iti. Adding something to make it more perfect. Earlier one is beautification. Yeah, for the garnishing way of putting it there. So करते हैं आप बनाने के बाद. Utpatti is subject created. Samskara is what? You look above, अच्छे पतीले में डालना और उसके ऊपर कुछ ऐसे गार्निशिंग वाला करना. They do variety of things, you know. They keep something in between and all. When you go to the hotels, when you order for something, they send and they do some samskara for making it appear good. Variety of things are there. They are done. Then vikara is what? When you taste it, it won't give what you want. Therefore, again you do another karma. As I said, have this one. Add salt, etc. The fourth one is apya. Apya means what? That is there in the patila, not in your plate. Therefore, you take a ladle and put it in the plate. That's called as apti. Which is not with yours and you have put it for yourself. नहीं था आपका, अब आपने आप अपना बना लिया, पर उसके आपति कहते हैं उसको. Like that, in any of the karma, either of these four are there. Like the car, it was not there, but उत्पत्ति किया है. But he made it, but engine सब ठीक ठाक है, but देखने में अच्छा नहीं. Therefore, they make it color, paint. If you look from the first car discovered and today's car, how much of the samskaras are done and vikaras are done in trying to make it beautiful. Is it not? पहले बहुत खटखट noise होता था. How to remove the noise? Earlier it was speed was very less. How to increase speed? Earlier the sitting cushions etc. were not at all careful. Now everything is planned, managed. कितना आप उसका संस्कार विकार करते जा रहे हैं उत्पत्ति के बाद. And somebody who is not a owner of the car, he pays the money and becomes owner of it. It's called apti. मेरा नहीं था, मैंने खरीदा. कभी मैं खुद ही उत्पत्ति करके यूज करता हूँ, किसी ने उत्पत्ति किया, मैंने खरीदा. So every karma has either karma phala of utpannam, if it is not there, ऑलरेडी उत्पन्न हुआ है तो उसके ऊपर ये कर्म विकार करेगा, संस्कार करेगा एंड देन आपति करेगा. अपना नहीं है तो अपना बना. Okay. Now apply these four results of karma to the moksha. If they are required there, then we can add karma is required. But not required, if they are not feasible, valid there, then you reject the karma. First point, utpatti. Can you do the utpatti of the Atma? No, because it's already there. Is it not? Can you do the samskara of it? It is not a gross object that on which you can do something to make a samskara on it. Nor it is influenced by the time or anything. Therefore, there is a vikara possible in it. याद रख लेना. और आपकी की बात हो गई तो इट इज नेवर अवे फ्रॉम यू अदर देन यू अपार्ट फ्रॉम यू इंडिपेंडेंट ऑफ यू जो आपका नहीं है या आप नहीं है आप उसको पा सकते हो. For all the four possible results or phala of the karma are rejected in the vishaya of the atma or the moksha. Therefore, कर्म से जो बात बनता है उसकी यहाँ जरूरत नहीं है. देखो कर्म की जरूरत नहीं. Like some one day she gives this that husband says आज इसकी जरूरत नहीं है तो you will not take it. मैकेनिक शेड में तो लड़के ने सारे स्पैनर्स लाया और तो इसकी जरूरत नहीं है 12 नंबर ले आओ बस. बिकॉज दैट रिपेयरिंग इज स्कूटर का उसके छोटा बोल्ट नट है तो 12 चलेगा 16 नहीं चाहिए. सेम मोक्ष के लिए विद्या काफी है. कर्म की जरूरत नहीं है. बिकॉज कर्म डज उत्पत्ति संस्कार विकार आपत्ति पर आत्मा और सेल्फ दीज आर ऑल नॉट रिक्वायर्ड. कर्म इज नॉट क्लियर. सी द डिस्कशन हियर. So, and that's what he says. Kim karmana phalantar darshanat, then utpatti samskara vikara aptaya hi phalam karmana drishyate, and utpatti adi phala viparita cha moksha. So, moksha का उत्पत्ति नहीं होता, संस्कार की जरूरत नहीं, विकार. It is all perfect. It is. You need not do samskar and vikara of it, and it is nitya siddha and it is you already. There is no need of apti. Therefore, karma is invalid here. Karma is any karma in there. The karmas, yajna, upasana are great. They give uttara lokas, they give antakarana shuddhi. All that are agreed. Siddhanti will not deny all that. But moksha की बात जब करते हो तो they don't work. Because moksha is about being the self. Self you are already. It is not created. It is not brought from somewhere else. This is a very subtle thought. It clicks, मजा आता है. अभी तुरंत होगा नहीं. जब होगा तब होगा. No problem. But listen academically. Next question he says, पूर्व पक्षी गति श्रुते है आप्या इति चेत. So fourth one is saying आप्या. अरे there are गति श्रुतिस. गति श्रुति means कि आप वहां जाओगे आपको मिलेगा करके इतने श्रुतियों ने कहा. So therefore it is obtainable moksha. So gamana kriya can be the one by which the moksha can be obtained. जाकर हम मिल पा सकते हैं उसको. इसलिए गति श्रुति के आधार पर गति रूपी कर्म से मोक्ष मिलेगा. That is what his quotation. And he gives the quotations for that, for his thought. कि सूर्य द्वारेण ते विरजा प्रयांति यत्र अमृतो हि पुरुषो हि अव्ययात्मा. So this is a Mundaka Upanishad. What is that? Surya Dwarena te viraja prayat. Through Surya Dwara, they just getting rid of the viraja or the rajoguna, they reach. Reach is the gati. Gati is a karma. So through that karma, it is apta. That's what is said in the Upanishad. So Surya Dwarena te virajaha prayanti is said in the Upanishad. So they reach to that experience, it is said. So reaching is gati only, no? So through gati, the moksha is obtained, said no, the apti. Therefore, gati rupi karma se mokti ki prapti hoti hai, moksha ki. That is already one quotation. Second again what? Taya urdhvamayan amrutatvameti. तया मीन थ्रू दैट सुषुम्ना नाड़ी ऊपर जाकर जाकर अमृतत्व मिलता है. कठोपनिषद से the sixth Valli, I think first or second shloka. शतं चैका हृदयस्य नाड्यः तासां मूर्धानमभिनिसृतैका तयोर्ध्वमायन्नमृतत्वमेति विश्वङ्गन्या उत्क्रमणे भवन्ति. So your own Upanishad says Taya Urdhvayana Amrutatvam Taya Sushumnaya Nadya. Through the Sushumna Nadi, you can eject out of this Brahmarandra and then you reach to the Amruta. That also is Gati Shruti. And that bringing your identity out through the Sushumna Nadi is a Kriya there. Then they call it Kriya Yoga and all. We saw that in Taittiriya also. Say Sontarodaya Akasha Tasminnayam Purusho Manomaya Amurto Hirandmaya Antarena Taluke Eshastarivamalade Sendravani Yatraso Keshanto Vivartate Vipokhya Shirshakale Shirshakapale. Dekho. That is the second quotation. Iti evam adi gati shrutibhya prapya moksha iti chet. The gati shrutis talk about the moksha is obtained. The difference between the Siddhanta and Puravaksha is, Puravaksha says moksha is obtained by doing something. Do something, get moksha. Is Puravaksha. Siddhanta says moksha is already there, just you have to know it. Because moksha is what? Atma Swarupa. Atma is ever there, it never goes anywhere. You only have to know it. There's nothing to do. In fact, doing only establishes strongly your own anatma jiva bhava. But this fellow doesn't want to understand. इसको कर्म करके ही कुछ पार. And mind you, for you and I, although we are discussing all this thing, our sadhana is only at the karma level. Unless we do karma is karma yoga, and purify little of antakarana, and unless we do upasanas and gain some more purity, unless we do yoga sadhana, ये सब के बिना हमको ज्ञान नहीं चढ़ेगा. That's why Vedanta is more careful in the sense, though he knows moksha is only through vidya, but to become qualified for vidya, he'll have to take the help of all karma only. That is a glory in Vedanta. Finally, they stick to their point that only in Atma with moksha. But before becoming qualified for that, depending on the stages where we are, to help ourselves, he takes the help of everyone. He is not that way stubborn ego. But other fellows are egoistic. They don't want to come out of that yoga or karma or bhakti and accept the Vedanta. Isliye they don't get the Vedantic moksha, nor they can get freed from their own bondage. That's why they give always frowning face. Only a highly understood Vedanti can smile like Lord Krishna. He enjoys Makkan also. He enjoys his Ananda of Atma also. He is different. Nobody can be like that. Nobody can beat Vedanta in this way. Purely the one who understands Vedanta. Vedanta is not opposite to karma and upasana. Vedanta says karma upasana is unnecessary burden for moksha. Moksha is your own swarupa. Just to know it. Kama ka kyo fas rahe ho karma mein? Vedanta is making a thing lighter. But immediately I'm not able to catch Tattvamasi. Okay, TK, your antakarana is impure. Do your own karma upasana. Come to this. But don't expect moksha from karma or upasana. It's only vidya. Why? Because anything done through karma, it is limited. The result also is limited. And apti, utpatti, samskara, vikara and apya, they are not required for moksha. See how important, how much our rishis munis must have contemplated and brought all these sublime truths. When these things are heard by all the Western philosophers, they are flabbergasted and surprised. Ka Vedanta. They were all of them bowed down humbly at the feet of Vedanta. But their own ego, their own prestige, they want to maintain, they are committed to something. Those commitments like Bhishma and Drona committed to Kuru Amsha. Therefore, even though they know it's adharma, they are there. That is called power of Maya. Such people are अगले जन्म में Hindus के रूप में जन्म लेते हैं. And all the Hindu Vedanti are Hindu, not doing the Vedanta Vichara, but believing in other things, they'll be next life put there. ये चलता रहता है सिलसिला. Anyway, that's not our topic now. Here comes so Siddhanti's answer for this point. गति श्रुति के द्वारा कुछ करके कहीं जाकर मोक्ष मिल सकता है. तो कर्म की आवश्यकता है मोक्ष के लिए. जाने वाला कर्म, जाने के लिए क्या करना है, करने वाला कर्म. Because सूर्य द्वारेण देवीर्जा प्रयाति and also tayodvamayan amritatmeti. These are very many shrutis like that. Now Siddhanti's explanation again is very beautiful here. He says, sarvagatatvat gantrubhi cha ananyatvat. These are the two things. That's it. He will explain them. The Paramatma, whose anubhuti is called moksha, is sarvagata. It is everywhere there. You need not go somewhere to receive it. It is everywhere there. Which is very subtle thought, this one. More subtler than this, the next one. But that gantrubhi cha ananyatvat, कि जिसको जाना है उससे अलग नहीं है आत्मा. देखो, he is everywhere there. Therefore, no need to go. And the one who is doing sadhana to go according to you, O Karmakandi, that fellow is never away from the self. गंतृभिः अनन्यत्वात्. मैं गंता हूं ना एज ए जीवा. Brahman is never away far from jiva. In and through wherever jiva bhava is there, as a supported substratum for the jiva, he alone is there. Interesting. Like who is jiva? The aham vritti mein chidavasa. So chidavasa without chit hoga kya? Nahi hoga. Then that aham vritti is created from maya. Maya is what? It is an anirvachaniya shakti of Bhagavan only, which has again no sustenance without Paramatma. Interesting. Therefore, ये जीव जो साधना कर रहा है वो परमात्मा से कभी अन्य नहीं है. और जिस परमात्मा को आपको पाने आए मोक्ष के लिए, वो हर जगह पे है. सर्वगतत्वात् गंतव्य अनन्यत्वात्. नो एक्सप्लेनेशन. सेम थिंग कि आकाशादि कारणत्वात् सर्वगतम ब्रह्म. So what is all pervading in our general knowledge? Akash. Sarvagat. It is in everything. Everything is in it, it is in everything. Even the Akasha, which is Sarvavyapaka with regard to all gross things, also is affected from the conscious self only. More pervasive than the Akasha is this consciousness, is self. आकाशादि कारणत्वात् सर्वगतम ब्रह्म. आकाश का भी कारण होने के कारण ये सर्वगत है. Now this akasha and kalam, remember, they are all the concepts of mind. They are thoughts only. Now, which is very tough subject to understand for you and me, who are always worried about the time class खत्म होगा कि नहीं, all that पकड़ना मुश्किल है. But that is the beauty of Vedanta. Only example what they give is, when you are in sleep, are you aware of the kala and desha? No. Why? Because in sleep, mind is not functioning. In the waking and dream, are you aware about the place and time? Yes. Why? Because in dream and waking, the mind is there. Therefore, desha and kala are in the mind, the thoughts are concepts. Point one. Second is what? The kala and desha are relative, again depending on the mood of time, mood of the mind. Is it not? Like when the mind is in a very good, happy, jolly mood, 3 घंटे फटाफट 1 सेकंड की तरह हो जाते हैं कि नहीं? Like today it will be told, for that Dasharath ji, that one night was like 1 year. संवत्सरवत. खत्म ही नहीं होता वो. That much dukkha he was in. That dukkha is the concept in the mind or the feeling of the mind. See, mind in a very bad mood, small time appears to be bigger one. When you're in a happy mood, वो बिग टाइम आपको खत्म हो जाता है फटाक से. So the kala also, again according to the mood of the mind, appearing big and small. When your loving people come to your house, 10 days they stay. But अरे पता ही नहीं चला कैसे खत्म हो गए 10 दिन. And those who don't love they come. For example, a Swami comes. यार कितने हद से हो गए जा ही नहीं रहा. यार अभी आके बैठे 2 सेकंड हुए. होता है कि नहीं? Interesting. So to the desha. Is it not? It is in the mind. When the mind is good, any desha we get adjusted. Even general compartment of train is also okay for you if the mind is good. If the mind is disturbed in the first class AC coupe you are there, still you find some disturbance. That place doesn't give you happiness. Clear? These are the examples by which what is said is Desha Kala are in the mana only. Anyway, so to this Kala also is Karana is mind. Mind ka Karana hai Paramatma. Because what is mind? Objectified consciousness, dichotomized consciousness is called as mind. Ahamidam vritti bheda is called mana. This ahamidam is nothing but self imagined like that. Self never becomes idam or aham. Self is always self. But how all these having Swami? Don't ask question. That's called Maya. You can have a solution to transcend it. You have no answer to the question. That is the answer to it. That is called Maya. That which cannot be answered is called as Maya. And every day what we think, do, all of that is Maya. Because हमको ही पता नहीं हम क्या सोच रहे हैं, क्या कर रहे हैं. Just like going on, that's why we are all in Moha Maya. Anybody who is in the samsara is Moha Maya. The only one who has realized the self alone is beyond of Moha Maya. कुछ भी सपने में करो, आप सपने में ही हो ना. जब जागृत में आते हो तो कुछ भी नहीं होता सपने का. That's what you transcended the Moha Maya of the sapna. So one example explanation is given what आकाशादि कारणत्वात् सर्वव्यापकम ब्रह्म हो गया सर्वगतम ब्रह्म. सेकंड ब्रह्म अव्यतिरिक्ता च सर्वे विज्ञानात्मनः. अरे every विज्ञान आत्मा of जीव भाव of everywhere it can never be away other than apart from independent of Brahman. Already we spoke. सर्वे विज्ञानात्मनः ब्रह्म अव्यतिरिक्ताः. This contemplation, heated contemplation, makes our intellect so sharp. The more sharp the intellect is, subtle truths it starts understanding. Then, to that extent, the delusions go away, and delusion created problems go away. That's why toughest is Vedanta, but ultimate solution is only through Vedanta. So we'll have to prepare the inevitable instruments called as Manabuddhi, worthy of catching this Vedantic knowledge by purifying it through various purification processes. And then with full attention, loving, kind, Shraddha Yukta, Bhavana, when we pursue, the understandings come. So here we stop here. Tomorrow, मजेदार कि 2 कोटेशन उसने दिया. महाराज कहते तेरे पास 2 है, मैं 10 लगाता हूँ. झड़ी लगा देंगे ये भी कोटेशंस के. To prove what is his point. Another point he raises with 2-3 quotations. He gives 20 quotations. He says like तू पढ़ा नहीं पूरा. शास्त्र कोटेशन का शास्त्र कोटेशन से जवाब, लॉजिक का लॉजिक से जवाब, उदाहरण एग्जाम्पल का एग्जाम्पल से जवाब. फाइनली अनुभव शंकर भगवान कैनॉट गिव इट टू पूर्व पक्ष. पूर्व पक्ष will have to get it. Shankara Bhagavan, by removing all notions in him, preparing him for the Anubhava or Moksha. Once he comes out of his own confusion, the Purapakshi, by taking guidance from Adi Shankara, and realize the self, he himself will say, यार Guru Maharaj, आपने जो कहा कही सही है. And he becomes a Guru now. Then same time a disciple comes with same doubts and confusions. Then he, with his experience and udaharana and all that, he tries to tell that fellow. He also will not be in the beginning. Karma karna hi, he says. but is good. The Purapakshis, though they question Siddhanti, they are not Rakshasas. They are not crooked people. They are not bent upon destroying. They are seekers. Their heart is good. They want the ultimate and they want to know the means. ऐसे लोगों को ही ऐसा वेदांत काम का पक्का नास्तिक ही है, वो डिसाइड कर लिया, देन उनके लिए कोई भी वेदांत काम को आता ही नहीं, बिकॉज नास्तिक. यू कैन टॉक आर्ग्यू विद देम. देखो, इवन व्हेन यू कम टू वेदांता, टॉक टू गुरु, गो टू कुछ बेस तो होना चाहिए ना भाई. कोई भी काम के लिए कुछ बेस. इवन पत्ते खेलते हो तो बेस पैसे कुछ लगाते हो कि नहीं? फॉर एवरीथिंग देयर इज a base required. Therefore, when a Purapakshi Siddhanti come to discuss, they make some base of the Shastra being the authority. Is it not? Then they take the quotations of Shastra. Some basics नहीं है तो शुरू हो ही नहीं सकता. पूरा नास्तिक है तो उसका बेस ही नास्तिक है, तो ही विल ओनली ढूंढो how to prove nastikata. He will not allow the astikavadis any talk to listen. He will be holding on to his own point like Dhritarashtra. धृतराष्ट्र फिक्स्ड हो गया वो कि मेरे बेटे को राज्य मिलना है. अब कुछ भी कहो उसको, वो बेवकूफ है, नालायक है, वो छोटा है, युधिष्ठिर बड़ा है, इंटेलिजेंट, he will not listen. So some base is required of beginning, faith it's called. So this a base है उनके पास. This is not base. Like we are Hindus, we respect gurus and Bhagwan and Shastra. ऐसा जिनको बेस है तो दे विल कम टू क्लास, लिसन. इवन don't listen, at least they don't fight. But परम नास्तिक है मानो, the other religious fellows, they only hate, cheat, abuse करेंगे, उनको हर तरह का वो गाली देंगे, everything they do it. The base is wrong. Like Shishupala. Basically, he kept in his mind कि विद्वेष with Krishna. Therefore, he will go on abusing. अब 100 हो गया तो he will be removed. Tomorrow we'll discuss on this little elaborate. Om, 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 Om. Om 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 Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Paramarashibhyo Namaha. Parabrahmane Namaha. Shruti Namaha. Vedavyaso Ishambayana Agnivalkyadya Shankaradi Gurubhyo Namaha. अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. तत्सत्. ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. Beautiful.